Yo, what it do? Madden 25 video. And in this video here, we're going to go over the face scans for all the players on the New England Patriots. Now, some of these players are no longer on the team and franchise, but you can pick where you want to start at. So I started with the week 1 of the preseason. Now, I did that just so that I could go over some of the players who are on the roster who has face scans that are no longer on the team. As an example, like Juju, he's not on the team anymore, but he does have a face scan in here. Anyway, we're gonna go in order from position. So there's all three quarterbacks, or three of the four quarterbacks, excuse me, because Joe Milton's not in here. But they have May, Brissett, and Zappy. May and Zappy are new. Obviously, Drake May being a rookie, and then Zappy, he's newly added to the game. And we'll go ahead and you can. Oh no, we don't want to release Drake, man. And he ain't even started the game yet. Anyway, we just gonna come in here, check out Drake. Now I done another video on players that they added, and anyway, yeah, that's Drake May right there. You can zoom in on him. You got him scanned into the game. I feel like they did a pretty good job on him. Next up, we'll look at Jacoby, starting QB. Look, for Patriot fans out there, I'm a Pats fan. It is the right move, Jacoby, he's a vet, Super Bowl champion. You know what I'm saying? He got a ring. Him and Jimmy G and Brady got that ring. So Jacoby, he is scanned into the game. Look, he's been a starter in Indianapolis, and what was he a starter at? Like Washington or somewhere? I know Indianapolis, he was a starter. So it's all right. We're gonna let Drake. He gonna learn a little bit from Jacoby. Jacoby been there, done that. It's all good. And then last but not least for the QBs, we got Bailey Zappi. He's on the Chiefs now, same as Juju. They're both probably going to get a ring. Hey, I can't blame them. But Zappi up in the game right here for the Patriots. Not on the team anymore, but he is scanned into the game. Of course, it depends where you start your franchise at, or if you've updated it, anything like that. You can pick and choose, like, the rosters. You'd be able to go like week 1, week 2. Hopefully, they'll do it like, they'll continue doing it throughout the year. I know last year seemed like they stopped after like week 2 or 3 or something like that, and seems like they never updated the franchise stuff. I mean, they would update it, but like you couldn't start the season from like week 2 or 3 or whatever. I don't know. So EA gonna EA. They lazy. You know what I'm saying? They're not firing anyone for not doing their job. Especially the guys working on the game. Next up, we do have one of the halfbacks. Sadly, it's not Ramondre, but they do have Antonio Gibson in the game here. So we'll go ahead and check out Antonio Gibson. Got his player likeness, a face scan in the game. I like the physics. Like when you spin him around, look at his hair. Like his hair, it like moves every time I mean, they've done a really good job. Like I said this in the video I did on the new players, and there was a couple guys that I left off there that wasn't in the patch notes, like Brees Hall for the Jets. I know like Sauce Gardner was clowning him on X, formerly known as Twitter, because of how he looked in the game. But he was actually updated, but they didn't put him up on the you know, on the patch notes or whatnot. So for the wide receivers, we got Juju and Jalen Rager, both of them not on the team. And then you got Tyquan Thornton. So Juju, these guys been in the game. They're not new. Like I said, the only new ones that I know of is going to be Bryce Behringer, Drake May, and Bailey Zappi. But so I mean, if you played the games before, then you're gonna know that these guys have all been in the game already. But there goes Juju right there. He probably due for an upgrade. He need to get healthy, man. Like I don't know. I almost felt like, man, if he would have just sat out a year and then maybe like rest his body up and come back, like, cause he can be a good wide receiver. I mean, look, when the Chiefs won, what, 2 years ago when he was there, He was their leading receiver. And he went off in the Super Bowl. He had the most catches, yards. I think he tied for the most touchdowns with Kelsey for the Super Bowl. Rager is in here too. I don't know if they signed Rager back on the practice squad or not. They made so many moves the last like a few days. It's hard to keep up with. There go Jalen Rager, but and then last but not least, Taekwon. I think they put him in the game. Was it last year? May have been his rookie year, but I don't think he's been up there. He still looked the same as last year. Hey, we can hope that he have a breakout year. I mean, you know, he's got the size and he definitely got the speed. I mean, he's just gotta, he's gotta learn to get separation, learn to get off his routes, run the route tree, stuff like that. We'll see. You know, I mean, I think they got him like in the X spot, like wide receiver number one to start the year. So we'll see what happens. Some players so far that I hope that they add. That's going like so they have Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper in here as well. So I'll go over the ones that I feel like I would like to see them add on offense, and then I'll go over the ones that I want to see them add on defense after I'm done with the defense. But Hunter Henry's been in the game. He's been really consistent like since he's been in New England. I like Hunter Henry. I mean, his first year he really putting up big numbers. Or not big numbers, but he put up really good numbers. He had like a lot of. What do you have? Like 9 touchdowns. He tied for the league lead, I think, for receiving touchdowns his first season. And then Hooper's in here too. I thought it was funny when they was showing the who was it? It was showing the Mutt Leaks was showing. I guess he was showing the players that was coming, and the people thought it was Aaron Hernandez. It kind of does look like him a little bit. I was like, nah, bro, that's Austin Hooper though. Like, cause it had the little pink like I don't know, they had it like shaded like the way it was like the card art or something. So what I'm saying? Yeah, it kind of you couldn't see like the clear picture of him. But yeah, Hooper's in the game. And then we only got one more offensive player, and that's gonna be Cole Strange. I think he's been in here, since his rookie year. So and he doesn't look like much has changed on him. I mean, they may have done some like skin stuff or something to it, but he pretty much looks the same as he always has. Look like he got cankles. But for the offensive players that I would like to see get an item, because that's all the offensive players right there. Obviously Ramondre, I feel like Ramondre, he got to get a scan in here, especially if he has a really good year this year. Go ahead and scan him in there. And then I think like another one that is probably, who probably needs to be in here is Michael Onwenu. And one that I would like, and I don't know why, maybe he just don't care to go there and do it, is obviously David Andrews, longest tenured Patriot now that Slater retired. You know what I'm saying? So, David, I mean, he's the basically the leader on offense. You know what I'm saying? He especially if he's still here when Drake May gets into the game, and becomes a starter eventually. I think he gonna need someone like Andrews. He's gonna be able, you know, David gonna be able to pick up, the mic, let him know where blitz is coming from, let him know, just what the offense is doing, or if he needs to change something up, or audible from a pass or run, stuff like that. I feel like Andrews really gonna help like Drake May when he gets into the game, as long as David stays healthy. And I'm hoping he is here for a couple more years anyway. He is 32 low, but I mean, look, a lot of offensive linemen play till they like 35, 36, something like that. I mean, as long as he's still doing a good job, I feel like he's probably a top five center. He doesn't get talked about, but I mean, when he's in there, you can definitely tell versus when he's not in there. But anyway, that's the offense. Some of the guys that I like to see. Now let's look at the defense here. I didn't mean to do that. We'll go on defense. So first up right here, we're gonna have Barmore. And they also have Tristan Hill, believe it or not. So Barmore, he got put in the game. I don't know if he got put in last year, year before that. I know his face scan hasn't. I know he. I don't think he got added as a rookie. Thankfully, like he got the blood clot situation. I think he was at practice. Uh, well, at the time of me recording this, it would have been yesterday. So yeah, hopefully he's able to play this year because that's what Andrews. He had the blood clots too. That's a serious thing or whatever. You don't never want to see something like that because I mean that's something serious. Like that's a serious health risk. And then Tristan Hill is in the game for the Patriots. I like how they have like his beard and stuff like that. It's kind of like that little scraggly looking beard or like the sideburn look or whatever. Kind of like almost like it looks like you have a black eye, almost like that unshaven look. Like I noticed some of the little blemishes and stuff like that with the players, like they skin. Like Drake May has that. He got like the bumps and stuff. I feel like that. It adds like a little sense of realism to the player models and stuff. And then we got Uche. I think he got added last year. Judon's still not in the game, so I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't want to, go get scanned or something like that. I don't know why they never put Judon in there, but Uche is in there. You probably seen him on the thumbnail because I've already grabbed him for one of the thumbnail shots or whatever. But they did a good job on Uche. It looked just like his ass. So we gotta hope he has a breakout year this year. But yeah, Josh Uche in there. And then next up, Raekwon McMillan, middle linebacker. I think he's the only one they got scanned in there. With Bent, look, I go ahead and just say it now if we even get to it. We got to get Bent in there, man. I mean, come on, man. 6-year veteran. I mean, he kind of the leader on defense. I feel like he's kind of going into that high tower role, like where when he's not in the game, you can definitely tell. But they do have Raekwon McMillan. I mean, if I could pick and choose, ain't nothing wrong with McMillan. I mean, he got a lot of speed and stuff, but I'd rather have Bent to be honest. But yeah, Raekwon McMillan in here. And then next up, I believe he's on IR right now, but Taki Taki right here, he is in the game. You can always, I know I didn't say this earlier, but you can always look up in the top left at the actual picture, like their game day picture, and try to compare it to what they look like in the game and stuff like that. Like I think his hair looked really cool. Like it looks exact. It looks like real hair. Like it's realistic. And I don't even have mine on. I think I have mine on frame rate, not what is it? They got like performance mode, I think visual mode, and then they got like frame rate mode. And I think I got my game on frame rate mode. So actually, if I put it like on the visuals, and this is on the PS5, probably be a little more, maybe a little more realistic looking. But Gonzo, they got him in here. I mean, Jonathan Jones, I mean, he's older, so he probably won't get in here. Maybe we'll see Marcus Jones added because he's not in here either. But they got Gonzo in here. Obviously, he was a rookie last year, so I mean, I think he was scanned from being a first round draft pick from last year. But he's kind of like Drake May. You can see like the blemishes, like on his skin and stuff like that. He got like that 5 o'clock shadow like a beard, but you can see like the blemishes and stuff like on his forehead and the bumps and stuff, kind of like on his cheekbone and stuff like that. You got the nose ring, got the earring, all that, got the hair. I really hope like some of these players, for the Pats, have really good years and they start doing stuff like adding the tats and stuff like that. Um, let's see, free safety. They got Peppers in here. There was another one I think did they had him. It was either last or year before that. I remember when he got added into the game. But we got Pep in here, JP, Beaston. I think he gonna play a as long as he stays healthy, doesn't get hurt. I think he gonna have a really good season for the Patriots this year because they're gonna rely on him. They're gonna have him all over. And then we got Duggar, and then we also got Behringer, who was new as well. We got Doug up in here. I feel like something funny with his hair, like in the middle of it. I mean, I mean, I don't really think about the stuff. You ain't gonna see what his hair look like unless you come in here to edit him. So it ain't really a big deal, when he got the helmet on, whatever. But I'm just saying, like the middle of his hair look kind of funny. I don't know. That's just me. And then last, all in all, there's 19 players. But last but not least, they got Bryce Behringer. I don't know if he got the glasses on. I haven't looked. No, he doesn't have the glasses on. But he's a new one. Like I said, the new guys were obviously Drake May, Behringer, and Bailey Zappi was another new player that they added. He kind of remind me of Jason Zombie. I don't know if you guys like watch baseball. Remember what he looked like? Except he probably a lot smaller. Jason Zombie was a big old boy. But that's for the New England Patriots. I'm gonna go through each team and call out the new ones. As far as I know, that's all the players on the Patriots. If I missed anyone, feel free to let me know. I'm just gonna go through the list here. Actually, I'm just gonna go through the defense. Who I think. I already mentioned Bentley. I'd like to see Keon get a card, man. I seen Keon. He was in Iceland, like ice climbing or some shit. I'm like, what? I mean, you look at Keon, he don't seem like he'd be doing no ice climbing on the side of a mountain, but he damn sure is hanging on the side of the mountain. But yeah, I think if he has a really good year, definitely like to see him because I'm excited to see his career. I think that's pretty much it. Maybe Marcus Jones. Again, he kind of hurt a little bit last season. I mean, if he could stay healthy, I mean, maybe Marte get up in there. But that's the New England Patriots right there. Like I said, if I missed someone or left someone off or something like that, feel free to let me know. But as far as I know, I went through, and that's the only ones that I recognize. I went through like each player on the roster, and just went down the list, and I didn't see anyone that wasn't in there. Like I said, this is preseason week one, so that's why like Juju and stuff like that is still on the team or whatnot. Same thing like with what's his name, Chad Ryland. He's still on here because it's week one. But the roster's all updated. That's how I got like the new players. For example, if you watched my video the other day, let me just show the Jets, Brees Hall. So he finally got scanned into the game. But he wasn't on the list. I don't know when they added him, but I know he wasn't on there like a week ago. Because, like I said, Sauce Gardner was clowning on him. Anyway, that's the video right there. If you got any questions or comments, feel free to drop it down below. And if I miss anything, like I said, just let me know. And when I do like update videos or whenever they add new players, I'm going to be sure to shout that out. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.